Go.
All right. Hello and welcome, friends, guests, fellow Catstronauts, here with us live on Twitch and whenever you're watching this later on YouTube. I'm Ben, your DM for the evening, also known as Meta Mongoose, over on the Kirk Cats Discord. And tonight, I'm running a game of Spelljammer with my friends and fellow Star Chasers. With me tonight is Nick playing the Elven Star Druid Rothamir, Caleb playing the Human Psy Warrior Fighter Victor, Thea playing the Tabaxi Lore Bard Egg, and PB playing the Harengon Soul Knife Rogue Decanawida. Now, when last we left off, you guys had gone on a Christmas adventure of sorts and had saved Klaus, the owner of the Astral Express, who was at one point delivering presents to all the good boys and girls across all of Wild Space and therein, and was attacked by, an unbred demon. It was very sad. But before then, you had all acquired the last bit of star piece you needed to make the astral compass lock on to the actual fallen star, having acquired it in the bowels of a ancient and undead Leviathan that was being piloted by a powerful lich Illithid. It was fun times by all. In fact, there was a reunion between Egg and Beans of sorts. He's with you forever now. But anyway, having spent some time playing with the astral compass, you've plugged it in, plotted your course, taught your new pilot sister Selka kind of how to navigate in the directions that you have set up, Rothamir, and you've determined that the star's actual resting place is in the Serene Deeps, a watery nebula that is mostly a large source of fresh water for the garden system in general. The Yggdrasil tree that makes up the garden system pulls a lot of its water from the Serene Deeps. So you're not unfamiliar with it.
This is when I need to drink that potion from Central.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. But also in the Serene Deeps, theoretically, according to all of the research that you have done up to this point, the lost treasure of one Crimson Kate, her ship, has sunk somewhere in the Serene Deeps. So Magnus is super excited for you guys to go there and get that treasure so he can get resurrected, because he's tired of hanging out in Victor's brain.
Hey, what's wrong with my brain?
Meal.
Also, Deck, you had popped open that treasure chest with all the rings in it, and after spending some time sorting through them, most of them are kind of like ornamental jewelry. There's not a lot of gold piece value to a lot of the pile, but you did come up with one ring that has like a blue and red dragon crest in gemstones kind of set into it. And when you kind of ran it over to Sindral, your ship's resident identifier, he took one look at it and was like, "This is imbued with chaos magic. I love it." But you can have it because it's yours. So you now have that ring, and apparently it shoots chaos bolts on occasion.
The Deck would have put the ring on his finger, but he also would have taken as many of the other rings as possible to fit them on his fingers.
Oh yeah, your fingers are now loaded with like gaudy costume jewelry and occasional like other like normal rings.
He also would have taken time to potentially like pierce his ear and try to fit the rings onto his ear. So he just looks like he's got a ton of earrings along his ears and hands all ringed up and such.
He jingles when he walks now.
Oh, yeah.
Would I have been able to get that full plate identified as well by
Yes, it is a suit of +1 full plate, except it is made of bone, and every time you take a hit from a bludgeoning weapon, it loses 1 point of armor class, though that can be healed by casting necromantic spells on the armor.
Is healing necromancy spells?
It is not.
No.
It's quite the opposite.
In fact, it is very much the opposite.
It's like explicitly the opposite.
So if that's a thing you want to wear, you can, but
I'll pass.
okay. But yes, having... Here, let me pull you into the ship map here while we're sailing away. But yeah, you've kind of settled. Everyone's kind of in, getting their normal, ship stuff going on. Egg, Clevie has taken a liking to you. Maybe it's because you have the last remaining soul book. Maybe it's because you're young and impressionable. You're not sure. But
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. But the imp seems to have enjoyed your presence and spends a lot of time following you around the ship.
I am also following the imp around, so we're just going in circles.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
But yes, a bunch of traveling goes on. A few days worth of just kind of settling yourselves, getting ready for that thing that you've all been expecting for this time. You're gonna go find the star, that thing that you've been hunting this very many days out in the wild space. It is not too much longer past about the 3rd or 4th day of wild space travel. Again, you can't go like full warp speed here because the garden system's gravity wells are just too complicated. So, but it is not too much longer after that you find yourself pulling up to the edge of a very watery nebula. It is almost like a mirror of water beneath your ship, reflecting the stars and space all around. When you get to about your current location, the astral compass begins to spin erratically. You've had this problem before when you guys were in the mountain, the giant spur, where basically it meant it was above you. But looking up, it's all space, so probably below you.
Oh, that's a thing.
Did somebody give me catnip?
Not yet.
It's spinning.
No. This thing's spinning. It does that.
But space is spinning.
No, it's not.
But it's spinning.
Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open them. Space is not spinning. Although the water does look weird.
The water does look weird.
I'm going to try to look down into it, since that's where I'm assuming the compass is kind of directing us towards.
Make for me a perception check.
Rothamir's giving off major dad vibes right now.
There's water here?
Yeah.
Well, I am the oldest.
There's almost a large sea of water underneath the ship as we speak.
Nope, I just see a reflection.
It looks very reflective, Rothamir.
The stars have the stars in the water have entranced me.
Deck, Victor, do either of you want to make a perception check while Egg is busy doing their level best to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
can grapple with
Hey,
water.
Soon as perception. What do my eyes see?
I'm gonna look for
Nothing.
fish.
Deck, your eyes, on the other hand,
I'm
as the
blind.
rogue, immediately see that below the waves of water, not more than maybe 100, maybe 200 yards down, the glimmer of golden spires of a set of towers, almost like the tops of a castle.
Whoa, are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, these stars do look amazing on the water.
No. Like below, and I'll point down to show them the general shape. It's trying to show someone how to read a magic eye book.
May I look for fish?
Sure.
Roll for fish.
As you look around, floating, kind of hopping in and out of the water, and then sometimes just flying above the water because they can, are like a small school of astral guppies.
I prep my backpack.
Okay. Now that I'm being pointed out what's in the water, I'll take another shot at seeing that. Nope.
You're not sure what they're talking about. But Dak, while you're keeping an eye on the Golden Tower, and Egg, you're kind of watching the astral guppies. As the astral guppies kind of move toward the front of the ship, they scatter. And cresting the surface is a head of a mer person, and later her seahorse of sorts.
Seahorses, of course.
And she looks up from the water is kind of like dripping off of her and kind of like floating away into the space around her. She looks up and goes, "Take your ship and leave."
That's a big fish. That's a really big fish.
Are you the captain?
Yes.
Wait, what? Do I hear
Tell your
that
crew-
conversation now?
Take your ship and leave.
Are you
I
a
don't-
fish?
Do I hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys hear this conversation.
We're
On whose
gonna
orders?
move over here now.
Yes.
Captain Egg reporting for duty.
Captain Egg reporting for duty.
Egg has no idea what captain means, but he is now.
The ship is now renamed the litter box because Captain Egg reporting for duty.
After when you say under whose orders or whatever,
Yeah.
she looks up and goes, "I am Azel Senequa, captain of the guard of Tesora Dumar. I've already sunk 3 of your Black Rift vessels this week. I'll sink a 4th."
We're not Black
well-
Rift.
What kind of fish is
Oh.
that?
And as she says that, coming up out of the water, 4 crystalline-headed water elementals kind of like pop up around her.
I don't think those are fish. Those are not fish.
I repeat, we are not Black Rift.
Pardon me. Would the Black Rift allow this one on their vessel, let alone to speak with you? Pointing to Egg.
I don't know how the Black Rift works. I just know that they're not welcome here, and I've already killed 3 ships worth.
That's how many have we killed, guys? Not to make a competition of it.
I haven't killed anybody.
You haven't killed anybody.
How many ships were in that battle with the Dreadnought?
I don't know.
Dex is
There's a
trying to-
lot. There's a lot of them.
Dex trying to
Leviathan.
pull up his foot to count on his.
We are no friend of the Black Rift. I assure.
Yeah.
Believe me.
At
I
least
knew a black cat once.
Peg, you're not helping.
Make a
Oh.
persuasion check to seem sincere enough.
Who make?
Rothamir makes with a roll of a natural 20 for a total of 19.
Just make up
that's
for me
still-
not seeing anything earlier.
the best he can be.
Do we want Egg to make the roll?
might say you're
he's
the
got
best
it.
around.
We're good.
All right.
He succeeded. She looks up at you, looks at your ship, as if calculating, and then says, "Well, if you're not Black Rift, why are you here?"
I'm looking at guppies.
She looks around. There are currently none, but yes, there were some earlier.
If no one speaks up, Deck's going to start talking.
There-
Let's see.
I was looking for Beans first, but he's technically here. I think he's a book now. I slash Beans.
We are looking for a treasure to help revive a friend. To bring back a friend.
In your head, Magnus is like, "Oh, I didn't know you cared."
Quiet you.
I didn't say anything.
But back down in the water, Azel kind of is look at this. You know what? I do not have time for this. Let's go to the Regenta. She'll take care of it.
Thank you.
And then she goes under the water.
Captain Egg commands the forward bound.
Wait a minute.
But
I'm the captain
After
now.
about 30 seconds, she pops up again and looks very frustrated and goes, "You can't breathe underwater, can you?"
Not easily.
Wait! Syndrome, do you still have that thing that I drank the other day?
No, I threw it away.
Why?
Well, cause we weren't anywhere where there was water. It seemed worthless.
You never
I got a-
throw
I
away
got
a
a
good
new one.
batch. What's the new one do?
I don't know.
Give it to me.
He hands you a bottle that just looks like black tar inside of it.
Taste it.
It smells like cherries.
Oh, downing that 100%.
Okay. You drink it, and a shiny film kind of glosses over your eyes, making them kind of silvery.
Does my vision get better?
You seem to see clearer, yes.
Like I can see the difference between a false statement and a true statement?
No, you can now see in the dark completely.
Oh,
Even magical darkness, you could probably see through.
Ooh.
As if you had the eyes of the room, but eyes of the whatever eyes power that warlocks tend to have to let them see in magical darkness.
Oh.
Ooh. Hey guys, you should all take a hit of this thing.
There was only one potion.
Okay, sorry guys, there was nothing to drink here. To answer your question, I used to be able to breathe underwater, but then my gills.
Can
she's
try.
You know what? I don't have time for this. And she reaches into her pouch and pulls a sack out and just tosses it up on the deck.
Immediately try to
That's
snatch it.
that.
Inside are what look to be 4 skirts made of fish scale.
What kind of skirts we talking? Pleated, hula? Are they
hula-ish.
Are they full length,
they're
midi
like
length?
a fish skin, so like a
So like a
thin
mini-
fabric,
mini skirt?
length. Yeah, like a little mini skirt.
I was gonna say with Dex new look, it needs to be like a tight
Okay.
leather skirt.
It's like we're ready for a night out.
He's
Girls
like,
night out.
"Hello."
Girls
Put those
night
on
out.
and get in here.
I just did my shot, so
You pre-gamed.
exactly.
Right. No, she's like, put those on and get in here. I don't have a
All
leg.
right.
I'm gonna put that on, walk up to Sister Selka before heading out. Keep an eye on things, be careful. Apparently there are Black Rifts showing up, so stay safe.
Wait, do any of them want to go with us?
Yeah, well, if someone wants to come, we're not gonna say no, but they'll have to breathe underwater.
Do we have enough to bring someone?
There's only 4.
Yes, I lied. There is a 5th skirt. If
Oh.
one of your NPCs would like, if you'd like one of them to come with you,
I'm fine with bringing Central along. Central.
you would like Syndrel to go on this trip.
I guess
Yes. 100% chaos.
Okay.
Egg attempts to put on his skirt, but it does not fit at all, like even remotely.
Well, funny story about that. When you put on the skirt, it kind of like fits around your waist. It's very loose.
He puts it on like a tube top.
But then it like sucks in. And then the fish scale extends down over your legs and turns into a fish fin. You're now a catfish.
I'm who I was always meant to be.
Deck unknowingly would have tried to put it on like a neck gaiter. Does it have the opposite where it goes over his head?
No,
Reverse mermaid.
it would like fold down and then like just begin to like meld over your body where it belongs.
Does it still fit like a tube top on me? Where
A
it
little
starts
bit,
at
yeah.
my chest. Nice.
Okay.
I start flopping around on the deck.
Fish out of water. Fish out of water.
Before we go, I'll ask Central if he has any more of those black tar potions.
Nope, only made one.
Okay.
I knew a cat named Fish.
I knew a fish called.
Now you are a catfish. When you eventually splash off the deck,
I was gonna
into
say,
the
if
water,
anyone's up, I'll wait till the end, make sure everyone gets off the boat before putting mine on and hopping in.
you find yourself able to swim at your normal walk or run speed, and breathe in the water via this magical fish skin cloth that she has given you.
The entire
Egg
time
is-
that we're
No, go right ahead.
the entire time that we're swimming, Deck is doing like that little kid thing where they're running around a department, and it's just like weaving in and out of all of you as fast as he possibly can while you're swimming around.
Once you're all in the water, Azelle turns and goes, "Follow me," and she, hold on to her giant seahorse and just like goes down into the water, toward one of the golden spires.
So I'll follow.
All right.
He is deeply uncomfortable with the feeling of water against his fur, but yeah, he'll follow.
All right. So the place that you reach, the spires themselves kind of reach out into the water. There are beautiful multicolored lights that rise up from the city below itself. There are lots of shining colors that reflect from the top of the spire to create like golden rays that sit above the city, kind of illuminating it with the starlight above. So the shape of the city kind of looks like opalescent spires bringing tightly colored homes made from stone, coral, lots of shells kind of spread out for miles down here. And not too much further outside the city to the north, a dark trench, kind of like a deep scar that goes, who knows how deep. It's very, very dark down there. But you are kind of led through the winding towers until you reach one of the entryways near the top of one of the towers, and another thing you may notice as you're wandering through, there seems to be a lot of festival material being put up in places around the city as we speak.
Getting ready for a festival?
Yes, as El says, the annual Abysmo Festival. It dates back to the founding of the settlement.
I'm curious about it. What is the celebration?
The binding of a giant demon.
Was his name Abysmo?
It was not.
Then who's Abysmo?
It was Sepactli.
So who's Abysmo?
That is what we named the trench where he was buried.
Oh, interesting.
What's the demon we killed?
It that takes.
It that takes, yeah.
Not it that betrays, it that takes.
Yeah.
Right. No, this is the Abysmo Festival. It's a week-long celebration. Costumes, seahorse races, people from all streams of life come here and celebrate. Often there are pirates. We tend to sink them.
Such as the Black Rift?
Such as the Black Rift. The festival brings the wealth of commerce and success from all over the territory here to Tesora Damar.
Tesora Damar, the Abysmo Festival. That's pretty cool.
So she guides you to the entrance of this incredible gold palace. Dozens of merfolk and other sentient sea creatures are swimming around the area. Looks like there's merfolk jockeys mounting atop giant seahorses, much like she's riding. They're kind of weaving through the tangled city streets. There's all kinds of crowds. There are vibrant, multicolored fish scales kind of covering the floor in winding, intricate patterns here. It's very, very colorful. There's a pearly, walls that kind of stretch up and decorate the ceiling. But anyway, it is a really idyllic festival picture going on here. One of the mural displays that you walk by, though, kind of looks a little different. There is a merfolk woman riding in shining silver armor on the back of a giant black seahorse. The merfolk queen is facing down a horde of horrifying demons, and she's hurling a mighty glowing sword toward the mass of demons in this like mural as you kind of go by.
Whoa, that's a cool looking sword.
There are a lot of fish here.
There are fish everywhere. Big fish, small fish,
Some
fish in
in your
shapes
head.
that you are unfamiliar with.
Redfish, bluefish.
Spiky fish, slimy fish,
One fish, two fish.
feathery fish.
What?
Egg is very overwhelmed.
But it is
Get
not.
sushi later.
It is not long from your walking that you eventually make it to a beautiful throne room. you're kind of ushered into a grand chamber. There are various merfolk guards here. You seem to have arrived in the middle of some kind of dispute. There are two merfolk kind of engaged in a fierce debate near the throne. There is a resplendent merfolk woman wearing a fine cloak made of shark leather, and she wears a silver crown in her wavy red hair. The other one looks kind of like an aged merfolk, wearing robes of like knitted seaweed. He has a long green beard that's kind of tangled with small starfish. He and Syndrel could very easily have come from the same mother. Now that you look at them, you're like, you know what? These two have been cut from the same cloth. But they're posturing and shouting, hurling rude insults at one another. When Azelle kind of like clears her throat and kind of interrupts the fight in progress, and the elder merfolk over here storms out, kind of like swimming off, and he exclaims, "You're putting the whole city at risk!" And then he just kind of like wanders out a passageway up above you.
Syndrel, was that your brother?
Syndrel's like, now that you mention it, I'd like to investigate that later.
Do you have a beans too?
Huh?
Do you have a beans too?
I might. Maybe it was a potion I drank once. Made two of me in the world. Man, that would be exciting.
Whoa. Your beans is a fish.
I know, right? That would be so cool. But while you're having that, the merfolk queen up here kind of clears her throat, and goes, "I am Regenta Pamaninguez, ruler of the city. What brings you to my... Are you here for the festival?"
We don't mind staying for the festival. It is a
you should.
pleasant surprise to learn of it.
Exciting and wonderful time.
I knew a cat named Pomegranate.
Deck will step forward and go, Regina Phalange, we are here as travelers looking for the lost treasure of Crimson Cape.
Right, treasure seekers.
Yes.
I'm here for the fish.
We also have those in abundance. The little crab by her throne over here just kind of goes.
Egg is immediately fixated on the crab.
And she's like, "Well, you are as treasure hunters, you are free to enjoy my city. It is a festival time, of course. Time for merry and not to trifle with troubles. But it's okay. You can seek your treasure. Just don't cause any trouble. Of course, the true treasure of Tesora Dumar, the memories made while visiting. So please stay and enjoy yourselves."
Thank you.
Along the way.
So, I am curious, what was the fevered discussion that we had interrupted regarding?
Oh, it was a simple disagreement with one of my advisors. Nothing to trifle one of our visitors. Don't worry about it.
Sounded pretty upset, though.
He does. He's special.
Just saying, we've explored many places. We've met with nobles and advised them as well. Perhaps we can assist you in your situation.
Well, right now I'm busy with the festival, but maybe when that is over, we can talk.
Okay. Thank you then.
Okay. From there, you're kind of like dismissed. She kind of swims off to go. She kind of like pauses and like looks at. Yes, Catfish.
My name is Egg. I was wondering, so, my brother Beans, and he pulls out the book, completely unaware they were fully submerged in water.
Weirdly enough, the pages are not made of real paper.
Thank God.
It is a relatively waterproof book.
All right, good. My brother Beans, I think he's a book right now. Can you make him not a book right now? Do you know how?
I am not a powerful mage. I'm just a leader of my people. I can ask around if you would like.
Yes, please.
But maybe you will find an answer here amongst my festival. There are many strangers of knowledge that travel through my city during these times.
Okay.
Regina.
One last question.
Yes.
What's a catfish?
Is a cat and a fish. You're not the first to be in our city.
Egg looks down and seemingly for the first time realizes that he has a tail. And begins flopping around again.
Sure. She takes this moment to go be somewhere important.
Hi, Regina. Nice to meet you.
But yes, Azel kind of looks at you and goes, as the Reginta said, you are free to wander the city, explore, enjoy the festival. Do not cause any trouble. My guards have their eyes upon you.
What are they looking at?
They're looking for troublemakers. Don't be that.
Nothing much.
My eyes are up here.
No, don't be a troublemaker.
We shall endeavor not to.
I don't
Right.
even know what that is.
It means we won't, Egg,
What?
cause trouble.
Why would we cause trouble?
Exactly.
That's my name!
That is your name.
Who's
That's why
Zachley?
you won't cause trouble.
Who's Zachley?
but yes.
You said my name, but not what is Zachley?
Why you won't cause trouble.
Shut up now.
It's in the name.
Rothamir has already decided the next thing that he's going to get for Egg. A dictionary.
Don't bring a dictionary. The hospital provides one. Bring a thesaurus.
You're
The
assuming
city
I
itself-
can read.
Yeah.
The city itself, very colorful, lots of festivities, interesting costumes, a lot of demonic imagery in the costume choices. Interesting in its own way. But as you're kind of traveling along amongst the crowds, you see a booth with a merfolk kind of like sitting at it. They've already got a few other merfolk kind of lined up, and they're calling out to the festival goers. They're pointing out a massive pile of shrimp that is on like a big tray in the middle table. And they're like, the eating contest will begin shortly. Eat all the shrimp you can. The one who can eat the most will win. It will be exciting. We have prizes.
Oh no, shrimp
I
damage.
am so in.
Come, festival goers, come to the table. Join us. Test your above water stomachs.
Just going to look at the rest of my friends. So how many of you are going to do this?
I mean, it's lunchtime.
Besides egg.
Oh, I don't like shrimp.
They're kind of fish.
No, they're not. They're crustaceans.
They're 100% insects. No.
You can't tell a different.
No.
Crustaceans.
No, never mind.
Besides,
Don't
I
worry.
knew a cat named Shrimp, and he was an asshole.
Don't worry, Egg is just crustaceous.
No. I knew a cat named Crawfish. He was cool. But Shrimp was a dick.
Did you nickname him Chode? Sorry.
No!
Oh,
I was
It
going to
was
say,
Richard.
was he full of poo half the time?
Nah,
Okay,
but he spent plenty of time in the litter box.
I see. So, which one? Anyone else going?
I'm going.
I'm going.
All right.
Go look over to
those-
Central.
Huh?
Looking over to Central just to see what he's.
Sindul's like, I do that. No, that indigestion. No, indigestion. That's too much shrimp. I'm an old man.
Same.
Agreed.
Agree.
All right,
Well,
so
we'll
I've
cheer
got
you
a
guys on.
Victor
Good
and a
luck.
Deck. Victor and Deck lined up for the shrimp eating contest.
Shrimp damage.
All I need from you is a Constitution check.
A check save.
Just a check, not a save.
9.
Deck, you don't get very far. Turns out maybe you should have prepared better for the eating competition.
After
But
a while, he just starts sticking the shrimp into the rings. that
yeah,
are
you
on
get
his
a little distracted. Victor, on the other hand, you dominate the competition. Like the pile that you're like, you just go through the first pile.
I
You
take
go through the
Deck's
second pile. You're about halfway through the third pile when you look around and realize that all the other contestants have already given up. Even Deck, who's no longer eating the shrimp, he's just putting them in his little ear piercings.
As you start to grab some from Deck's pile, he goes with a mouthful. He goes, "Hey, I was eating that."
There you are.
And you are presented with a prize. A black flag. The white insignia on it, a cat's paw print, and a crossed bone underneath.
Why?
Huh.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait, Shrimp was here.
The presenter hands it to you and goes, from a pirate ship sunken not 3 weeks past.
Wait a second. What was the name of the ship?
I don't know. That it have long since been down in the. It now belongs to Sapakni's Trench.
I'm gonna check my memory real quick. Does
Yeah.
did I happen to see any insignia upon Captain Catapult back in the day?
Make for me a history roll.
Oh, so close.
Can I make a roll? Because I was also around back then.
Victor, that flag looks very familiar to you.
He's here. Catapult's here.
Oh, I thought it was Shrimp.
Oh, shit.
Wait a second. Catapult here. Wait, was everyone on the ship dead? Or was it just the ship you found?
It was a pirate ship that had they sailed in our waters. Our soldiers sank it. This was all that was recovered.
So we don't know what happened to the crew.
I don't. I just have a prize I'm giving away to people who eat shrimp.
Who would know?
I don't know. I found this along the edge of the trench.
Oh.
What does a cat's paw have to do with shrimp?
It's not shrimp.
Nothing. It's a prize for people who eat the shrimp.
No.
Was shrimp here?
I mean, many shrimp are here.
Do you know a cat named Shrimp?
I do not.
Likely story.
It is likely, because it's true!
How far away are we from our ship?
Right now, about 300 yards underwater, and probably another, 20 minutes of, city swimming.
So probably more than a mile.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay,
Do
never
we,
mind.
do we want to check up on it?
Well, I was going to try to see if I could get eyesight on the people on ship, make a psychic connection with them, and let them know to be on the lookout for your catapult. But we're too far away to get that.
Arthur, keep a good grip on that compass.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wait a minute.
Gonna look to the other guy real quick. Tell me, sir, have you seen another feline individual around lately? Rather tall, orangish.
I have not, but there are many people who travel through the city. Is it a friend of yours you're looking for?
No.
No.
Oh.
Guys.
Well, I hope you don't find him then, because only friends should be meeting under these situations.
I agree. Thank you.
I'm gonna pull them away from this vendor.
Okay.
Do you remember who was with Captain Catapult when he tried to steal our ship?
Can I roll
Is it a
to see
shrimp?
if we remember?
No, you remember. He had a crew of a mix of humans and other
Oh, no,
species. But he also had 3 weird gunpowder elementals in the shape of monkeys. His powder monkeys.
Never mind.
That's right.
I just remembered the Black Rift being there. That's right. That's what I remember.
Oh no, they
Black
were
was
there,
also
but
there. Yes.
They were there,
not-
but they were on their own accord.
Okay.
Right.
Quick question. To clarify, you had said it was 300 yards away from the ship.
300 yards up, and then about a mile out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You've been kind of swimming around a very large underwater city, but it's only about 300 yards underwater.
Gotcha. All right. Carry on.
Okay. But yeah, it is not. If you just continue wandering, enjoying the festival, there's a lot of sights, sounds. You kind of pass by some various booths. There is at one point a costume contest that is going on. There are a bunch of fish folk and other more terrestrial individuals who are dressed up in various demonic costumes. And they are kind of strutting their stuff and displaying their cosplay prowess.
Cosplay.
You heard me.
Shit.
They're showing off their finest demon cosplay. There seems to be some kind of MC that's calling out various famous fish cosplayers.
Fucking
That's the
Kimetsu no
moderator
Yaiba.
Is there a prize for this contest?
There is, but it looks
It's a
like
2-day
this
pass.
contest is already underway, and you don't have a costume. So.
Guys, help me out here. I'm gonna find a
I can-
changing room.
Put me in, coach.
Okay. You wanna try to sneak into this competition?
Throw me in. I can do costume shit real quick.
No, I'm going to let's find a changing room. I'm gonna change this bone.
It's not hard to find a changing room like back behind the stage.
It's hard to, or it's not hard to.
No, it's very easy. It's very easy.
Guys, let's get me into this full plate.
Just the full plate? That's your whole costume?
No, we have magic here. I would assume.
Hold on.
What else do I have on my character? Hold on.
Let's see.
Egg finds like 4 extra sets of cat ears. Sticks them all on his head.
Where are you getting the extra sets of cat ears?
I don't know. He finds them.
Say.
I forget. Do you have a disguise kit, right? Bards have
I
disguise
might.
kits.
Let me check.
Really?
Let's see.
I do have like costume clothes. Oh, I have a costume already and a disguise kit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
good.
are you gonna try to make up artist Victor into the finest demon?
I was gonna.
Or are you gonna do your own?
I was gonna do my own
Okay.
because this feels
talk
like
to
a
me.
performance thing.
Well, it will be. First, you have to make the disguise. So tell me about your cat demon fish disguise.
Do I have permission to have 4 extra sets of cat ears?
Sure.
Okay.
For some reason, you open up your disguise kit and there's like 4 sets of cat ears.
Just
lined up.
I
You
just
could
have
argue
more
that they're,
cat
like,
features.
Their prosthetics is part of like a disguise in case Egg got into any trouble. He could just change his ears.
Yeah. They slide over top your other ears like a little band.
It's like Invisalign, but for ears.
Right.
I was thinking more like I turn myself into what appears to be like a biblically accurate cat, which is like an amalgamation of cat features
Oh, I see.
Okay.
into
And,
some like
and what-
undescribable cosmic horror.
And what demon are you cosplaying as this evening? The MC will probably want to know.
I gotta think of a name. This is gonna take a minute.
You start putting your costume together, and you hear like as you're looking over, you see that like as costume people are walking out, like he's just calling out demons. It's like, you know, this person is cosplaying as this demon this evening.
Damn it. I'm probably not gonna be on that roster, am I?
I don't know.
Would I happen to know of any demons that have an excessive amount of features?
Any random name you give me, they won't.
Shit.
Central.
Catasphere.
Catosphere?
I don't know. I don't know. It sounds made
Alright.
up.
Sure. So you kind of like swim over to the edge of the stage, and the MC kind of looks at you and like looks at his cards and looks at his at like the showrunner people like, did we miss a card? Like, this is an entry. What entry number are you?
I'm Catasphere. A Catasphere.
The Catosphere. He like flips through some cards. Like, I don't.
I'm not.
Did we
I'm
miss
not.
a card? I feel like we missed a card.
I didn't get an entry number. They didn't give me one.
Ah. People at registration. I swear to God.
I know, right?
Make for me a deception check real quick to sell this.
I was born for this.
Oh shit.
That's good enough.
I rolled a 10.
He doesn't care enough. He's like, registration. Fine. You're Catosphere. And what is your actual? What is your professional name?
Egg.
Egg. Okay, good.
Not
Egg.
spelled traditionally though. It's egg, and then like 5 G's.
Got it. Egg on. As soon as this next person gets off the stage, you're up. I gotta get you through so I can get back to these cards.
Okay.
All right.
I'm in.
A fanciful what looks like an elf that is wearing like a bunch of weird tentacle protrusions off of their body, kind of like jellyfishes past you, to end her set. And then he goes, and now an actual entry, scheduled entry, egg, spelled non-traditionally with 5 G's at the end, doing the Catosphere.
I fucking I start flopping out.
Make a performance roll. Oh my god, it's amazing. The audience transfixed.
Fucking incredible.
There is, and as you like flop past, like all eyes follow you the whole time until you eventually flop off the stage, and then it's just like silent pin drop, and then just cheers.
Mic drop.
Victor, I don't think you're gonna top that.
No, I ain't gonna go out there and do that.
He's like, I can't follow that. Can't follow that.
Yeah, let's take it destroyed.
I was born for this.
Give me all this
but yes.
full plate.
If you stick around for the rest of the various bits, you are given a strange iron ore that's about this big. They're like, this is an ancient relic we found at near one of our miners in the glow mines. Found this at the bottom of the trench. We believe it belongs to one of the oarsmen's high priests. It's yours now. Congratulations!
I take it very carefully, place it in my bag, thank them kindly for allowing me to participate, and then flop away.
They're like, again!
Encore!
The Catosphere! The Catosphere!
It's demon that nobody fucking knows.
Right. A new cult is born this day.
My new purpose.
You're gonna find your purpose.
Anyway. But no. So yeah, you guys, wander the city a bit more, kind of enjoy your time. When the next place you kind of are wandering to, you kind of make it to the edge of the city where the trench is. You can kind of see off to the edge, the trench goes way down. The further it gets, see like little bits of glowing stone kind of erupting from the coral to light the way, but then you even lose that in the darkness.
Ooh.
And near the edge, over here, looks to be like an old shrine.
I'm gonna go investigate the shrine.
I would also like to investigate the shrine.
I will go with people and investigate the shrine.
Not because I've just been given an artifact and been told that it might be associated with some kind of religion.
As you do. The building is a very simple series of kind of worn coral blocks stacked on each other. Much older than all the other structures around. The inside is a plaque that is dedicated to to Dequessa Salida, the ocean's savior and founder of Tesoro Dumar. There looks to be like a much older version of that mural that you saw in the palace. it looks, again, you see a mighty sea queen hurling a magic blade into the heart of encroaching darkness. Inside, there's a simple altar decorated with kind of bits of mining equipment and illuminated by fragments of like a glowing crystal, along with a few large chests. That's kind of what you see in here.
Nothing else seem out of the ordinary?
Not immediately. Not from the casual look.
Is there anybody in here that isn't us?
It is currently just you. No one else seems interested in this old shrine.
I'm gonna look over the deck, just knowing, and then glance over at the chests.
Got it. Deck will go over and try to. He's gonna check the chests for traps.
They are definitely not locked.
Oh. Pick them up.
You pop them open. Looking inside, there's a bunch of like pickaxes, buckets, rope, a few sealed jars of a tar-like substance labeled Kraken Slick.
Racket Slick.
Yes, Kraken Slick.
Open one of the jars, try to smell it even though we're underwater.
Smells gross.
Dip my finger in it and try to play with it like this to see what the viscosity is like.
It's got some give.
Put a little bit under my eye.
It smears right on and stays.
Good for the skin.
Do I feel any different?
Not particularly. Does anyone trained in Arcana want to make an Intelligence Arcana roll?
I'll take a chance at that.
One of you smart brain people, Professor Smart Brain, why don't you check it out?
Yeah.
Pretty pants.
I hope someone else has that.
I'll tell you what a 12 gets you. You think that it might have some kind of protective properties for cold and pressure.
Oh.
Like if you were going deep down into a trench where there is a lot of water pressure.
This stuff might be good to keep someone safe if there was a going down the trench.
Right.
Um,
In fact, if you're looking, if you were checking the astral compass,
that's about what I was going to do.
You notice that the arrow seems to be pointing down into the trench. Now that you're here in this city.
Oh, how do y'all feel about going into a trench?
Awesome.
From behind you, on the outside of the shrine, through it sounds like somebody's talking while eating at the same time, and you hear you won't get very far with that sad excuse for Kraken Slick.
I'll turn to see who it is.
It is the old merfolk from before. He seems to be eating like handfuls of snails at the moment from like a
The other beans. Right?
The other Syndrome? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Syndrel's beans.
Yes. Syndrel's beans.
Yes.
Why'd you have to put it that way? You want
Well,
to
we
take
know-
a look at Sigil's beans?
We know exactly where his beans are.
But yeah, he's sitting there eating snails, and he's like, "You won't make it down there with that."
I think it's this is a subpar quality.
The stuff the miners use, they don't go as far.
Good to know.
What?
I'll walk
Fuck.
over. Do you know where we'd be able to find better quality?
He looks around at all the celebration. He's like, "We should talk about it here. Come to my home."
Whoa, we just met, man.
No, I think we're good, Egg.
At least buy me dinner first.
Apologies.
I knew a
He
guy
holds out
named
his
Dinner.
bag. Can I introduce you to Snail?
I knew a guy named Snail.
So what's going
Would
on?
you like to
Sorry.
eat a snail?
Egg tentatively eats the snail out of his hand.
So you gotta slurp it out of the shell, or bite the shell to crack it.
He eats the whole thing and swallows it.
Oh. I hope your digestive system works that out.
Mm,
What's going on here?
very crunchy.
But anyway, he's like, I'm headed back to my house. If you'd like to discuss how we can help each other, you can follow. And he kind of
Quick question.
Yes.
Why were you yelling at the shiny lady earlier?
we can discuss that in private.
But I asked you now.
I'll
Egg.
answer later.
Sometimes patience is a virtue.
I don't know what virtue means, but I want to know.
Did you
Now.
know a cat named
Well,
Patience?
then you should follow. And he swims off.
Gonna follow suit.
I didn't know a cat named Patience, but I knew a cat named Pastry.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is that what you meant?
Anyway, you guys eventually, if you follow after, make it to a house made of an enormous nautilus shell. Inside, scrolls made from treated kelp kind of cover the wall. Various arcane devices are scattered all over the place.
Supposed to eat the snail too?
Just gonna look over to Syndril.
Syndrill's like, I'm home.
I'd say
Yeah, it's your brother's house.
I'd say it looks like it.
Yeah, it's your Beans' house.
Syndral's like, this is exactly how I would have imagined it if I was a fish.
Yeah.
And he like immediately like goes over to one of the walls and just starts scanning like all of like the weird arcane sigils that are on this. You
Congratulations,
seem to have
Central.
lost him briefly. Like his mind is elsewhere.
Let's
Egg
be
look-
real. Did we ever have him?
Egg looks on at Syndril and his wonderment and
Mhm.
starts to get emotional. He found his
Oh.
beans.
But anyway, while that's going on, the merfolk turns to introduces himself as Mago. Mago Solarte, chief wizard of the court.
Wait, so you're a wizard?
Of sorts.
So what's down there?
There's, well, long ago, as the legends say, the original queen slew a mighty demon, Sepactli, and buried him in the trench, bound his soul forever, so that the blood ocean would not take over.
The Blood Ocean?
Yes, that is his demon realm.
Did they look for like workplace health violations?
After what?
Oh, there was an N at the end of that word. Sorry, I thought you said OSHA.
Oh no, ocean realm. But anyway,
He knows
Lately-
about OSHA, but not Patience.
I don't know what
lately
these
I've
words you're
noticed
saying
strange
are.
and unhealthy growths in the kelp. The sea life have become more aggressive, and the miners that go into the trench go missing.
Really?
Now, long ago, the demon had a child, a spawn with an aboleth.
Is that thing down there?
Yes. It too once tried to raise its father and was bound in the same tomb.
Gotcha. So Big Scary Demon and
An
Big
eternal
Scary
prison.
Demon. So Big Scary Demon and Big Scary Demon Jr. are together in a prison, and your crazy ass people are going down there?
Well, the mine down there for the glowstone. But we don't go all the way to the bottom. That is suicide.
But you said...
There are many dangers that lurk in the trench.
Right. But like, so you said that not to put that black stuff on us.
Well, not that's not good enough. If you're going all the way down, you'll need true Kraken slick.
Well, why did you assume that we were going to go down at all, let alone all the way down?
Well, I'm hoping to talk you into it. For this, the Regenta will not deign to accept my pleas for aid. But you seem interested.
Does this mean you're going to explain to us why you were shouting at the shiny lady earlier?
Yes. I fear that the demon spawn has slipped his leash. I don't know how or why.
You take that back.
The chain should be unbreakable.
Don't you say that word.
Which one? Leash? The power
Mention
of the
not.
Lord should be unbreakable.
Mention not.
You should not have the power to do such things. I can't figure out how it could have happened.
About how long ago do you think it happened?
I couldn't say.
Maybe you have a saboteur. Someone who's gone down there and weakened it.
Rother, make me an intelligence check.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, you don't know how a fallen star landing on a demon prison could possibly have weakened the world.
Right.
No idea.
Right. But a pirate ship full of treasure.
A pirate ship full of treasure. You are looking for a pirate ship full of treasure, and it could have fallen on the thing. That makes sense.
How
I guess.
did it fall?
Ugh.
Deck, make me wait, quick question. Does anyone here speak Abyssal?
I would have.
Forget. You would have?
I would have.
Nope.
But you don't.
I would have made that choice, but it occurred to me that I can't. It probably wouldn't make enough sense. I'm a
Alright.
cat.
Is Primordial good enough?
Primordial is not good enough.
Can I get anywhere with Elvish?
No.
Oh.
No, unfortunately. You do Deck. While you kind of are poking around at things while this explanation is going on, you hear a murmuring in some strange, guttural, painful language coming from behind a curtain of seaweed, separating this room from a different room.
While that's going on, I'm going to try to sneak over there and just slide it sort of away from the wall and just take a peek behind, see what's
Okay,
there.
make for me a stealth check real quick since you're trying to be sneaky about it. You very easily can slip back there while Mago's not paying attention.
What do I see
There
behind
is so slumped over a cart. Or sorry, there is a merfolk in here, who is sleeping on like a bed of algae, who's kind of fitfully like twitching and mumbling in this dark guttural language that you don't understand.
Do they look like they're injured?
Not physically. They just seem to be in like some kind of fitful sleep.
I'll sneak back behind the curtain into that room with them.
Okay.
And so are they like sleeping in a bed, sort of?
They're kind of like laying on a bed of algae, yeah.
Looking around, do I see any personal effects from them? An identification card or anything else that might tell me what they are or who they are?
Make for me a investigation roll. Not much that you can find. It looks, dressed in like what you would expect merfolk commoner wear would be.
Do they look like they might be related to Mago?
No.
Okay.
If anything, these, whereas Mago has that kind of air of almost, eccentric aristocracy about him. This one much more of a common, merfolk of the earth kind of feel.
And do they have any of that Kraken slick on them?
Yes. There is a couple of smears here and there of the black oily substance.
Okay. I'll slip back out of the room again, quietly and stealthily, and sort of stand back where I was and listen into the conversation between Mago and the others.
Okay.
So, Beans
Mago,
of Cinderil.
Why does the Regenta not listen to your thoughts about this? It seems she's very much disagreeing with you.
She's preoccupied by the festival. She does not want any trouble during this time of celebration in our city.
Speaking of the festival, I was wondering, that shrine appeared to be dedicated to the lady that saved this place in the first place and like made the trench thing. Why wouldn't more people be like at the shrine? Especially when there's
an old shrine. We are our people are a celebratory folk. They have built newer, shinier things to keep them busy.
But even still, like, the original shrine would have like a lot of intrinsic value. Especially when it's so close.
I feel that it should, yes.
Especially when it's so close to the thing that it is representing, I guess.
Yes. I agree. And it saddens me that not my subjects per se, but the subjects of this city have found shinier trinketry to decor themselves with and parade around in their demon outfits and paint shinier, prettier versions of the tale that is not quite as accurate.
Beans would have liked you, Beans of Cinderil.
So I'm just looking very strangely at Egg, kind of confused by the sudden profoundness of his words.
By the way, am I still dressed as the Catasphere?
If you wish to be.
Hell yeah.
He's like looking you over.
He can't tell which eye that I've painted on to look at.
That is sadly a common thing of most people, always desiring the new and forgetting the old.
But anyway,
I can get my mom to yell at them.
I fear that my city is in danger.
Oh.
Can I count on you to help? If I can brew the true Kraken slick.
I don't know, man. We can't count good.
Quick-
We tried.
quick
Nobody
question.
said a number.
Quick question here. Have you done this with anybody else?
I've not.
Insight check.
Go ahead. He
9.
has not.
And this true Kraken Slick, you've used it on yourself?
Not lately.
Has anybody
anyone
else? Go ahead.
Yeah. Has anyone else gone down recently?
We have miners who go down into the trench all the time.
What about down as far as you're talking?
No one goes that far. It's too dangerous.
Well, why are you
What-
sending us?
Because I can't count on anyone else.
Okay, but you're sending us where it's too dangerous for anyone else to go. Do you think that we're expendable?
No, I'm hoping you'll solve the problem.
Okay, but you don't know us. You don't know what we're capable of. You have no idea whether or not we could just like dip out and just leave you high and dry. Like you're just sending us to a place that you know is very dangerous. You know that at the very least, if anybody has gone down there, they probably haven't come back, and you expect us, complete and total strangers, that you have no idea whether or not we're just like complete civilians. We could just be like anybody, and you're just sending us into an extremely dangerous situation with very little regard for our well-being.
He's looking at your other companion. You're very well armored civilians.
We had to deal with a lot of shit before getting here. And we're dealing with shit while we're here now.
That is what I'm asking of you, yes.
It's a little fucked up, man.
It is.
So you say people
If the
haven't been...
Vegeta had listened to me, it wouldn't have come to this.
If
So
the
wait a
regime
second.
sorry.
So we got people going down in the mine, but no one goes down as far as you're asking us. What about this guy? And I pull back the kelp and I point to the one laying in the bed.
Oh my
Gorilla is his name. He's a miner.
What happened to him? Why does he look creepy?
I don't know. I'm working on that now. I think something has poisoned his mind. He keeps calling out in a language I do not understand.
If it's something in his mind, I can figure that out, and I'm going to immediately approach the man
Okay.
with complete disregard for any
I
possible
like where this is
consequences.
going.
And I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
That checks
All
out.
right. Well, he does not resist you because he can't at the moment. So Beans is in your hands, I assume, while you're casting your spell. Or no, you saw-
I have beans in my bag.
Oh, you saw the bag. Okay. Those of you who are like behind Egg see a purplish light kind of like flash out from like the edges of the backpack, almost in a warning. But it is too late. And Egg, your eyes just go solid black. And a vision tears through your mind of an ocean of blood and a giant, almost impossibly large, feathered crocodile demon that is presiding over this carnage and waves of death. And swimming around him, almost like searching, is a giant, weird aboleth-like monster covered in scales and thorns. And the aboleth's eye turns to you and like flashes with like a sickening yellow radiance.
I wave at
it
him.
begins to move toward you.
I'm in danger.
That's up to you how much danger you want to be.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Can I get a reading on, like, do these things look like they're chained up? I refuse to say the L word.
Okay. Make for me a religion roll.
I'm great at those.
Well,
Egg, the religious acolyte. I guess I am.
you are apparently great. So you see around the crocodile chains written in like a celestial writing that kind of like wrap around, binding him in place, and like leeching off of that chain, almost leashing the aboleth creature that's heading towards you is on like one of these guide chains as well. It's also got some chains kind of binding it to the demon. But above them both is this glittering, glowing shard of light, very large, almost like a miniature sun, and its rays are causing the chain to like effervesce away.
Upon seeing the light, I'm going to... Beans probably wouldn't, but I would like to. Not Beans. Egg probably wouldn't, but I would like to. Egg's gonna connect the dots and say, that's the star. He's gonna call out to the star and be like, can you help me with Beans?
The mouth of the aboleth opens, all of its like thorny teeth and blood just kind of oozes out into the water, and you can hear an echoing voice in your head, nothing can help you here.
Who's nothing? How do I find them?
Soon it will be you, and his mouth is getting ever closer.
Did you just make a Spaceballs reference? Nothing, which is what you're about to become.
Okay, bye. Egg is gonna cut off that transmission.
You cut it off just in time.
Egg's... the color returns to Egg's eyes, but his pupils are still like super freaking wide, and he's just like, I've seen it.
What?
I've seen it.
What's it?
I've seen the light and the dark.
God.
Seen the chains that once held it down. The chains that now disintegrate beneath us.
Egg writing the lyrics to the next Black Sabbath song.
Somebody kick in with the bass and drums.
Can you be more clear?
I've seen him and his spawn.
Who is him?
Mago kind of like turns to you and goes, who? You've seen Sapaktli?
Yes.
Then you know the tragedy that will befall us. An
I don't know
ocean
about...
of blood and death.
It was already pretty bloody when I got down there, man. But, Egg's son is really mean, or his kid, I guess. Didn't really ask for pronouns, but like, it was really mean. It said that I was gonna become nothing, and I don't know why it said that. Am I gonna be nothing, guys?
Oh, yeah.
No, not at all. Just nodding my head for a second.
Insight check.
Am I gonna be nothing?
You'll be fine. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
That's
But yeah, I saw, I guess, the thing. That was really scary. I don't want to go down there, guys. But also, like, I think I saw the star, so.
Wait, you saw it?
Yeah, I had to blink a couple times, but I was pretty sure it was there.
That's. Now am I able to put two and two
now
together?
the dots connect.
In
Rothamir,
fact, it seemed like it was directly connected to the chains, not being chains anymore.
That's par for the course.
You're pretty sure that yes, the radiating power of a fallen star could disrupt that level of magic very easily.
I've seen what little chunks can do, so yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
Okay, guys, we definitely need to go get that now. If for nothing else, then for the safety of these people.
Yeah.
But I don't wanna. Do I have to go back in that dude's head again?
No.
No.
Okay.
What
'Cause
make you do that, Beans?
The kid thing was trying to eat me. It saw me there.
Well, unfortunately, it's probably going to try to eat us again.
Now that I think about it, it should not be able to see me. How did it see me? I didn't know. I didn't go anywhere, right? I didn't leave this place, did I? Did I go anywhere?
Importantly, aboliths, Egg, you vaguely know this. Aboliths are extremely psychic creatures.
Don't know anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You may not
psychic
know this.
creature?
You can tell this to anybody else. Don't tell it to me.
They have all kinds of strange powers. So it tracks that it would be able to see Egg.
It didn't see Egg, it saw a catosphere.
The catosphere?
You're the cat.
Demon.
And
Is that how you appeared in the man's mind? As the catosphere? Well, now it's very confused. You'll show up later, and it'll be like, "You're not the catosphere!"
I will still be dressed as the catosphere. This is me now. I am the catosphere.
So you're going as Clark Kent. Yeah.
Got it.
Excuse me, Clark Cat.
Okay. Alright.
But
So, assuming that you are going to help Mago, unless you're not, then the city is doomed.
It's really scary down there, guys.
Either way, if you want the star, you're gonna have to go down there. So
I think we're gonna have to. I think it's best to work with Mago on this one.
Why is the star so important, anyways, guys? You haven't really explained that.
it's secret.
Yeah.
Why is it a secret?
Egg, now that you know of a star more specifically, you are a bard and know many a story, if nothing else.
I guess.
But stars grant wishes.
Hey guys. Do you think I could wish for my brother back?
No.
Oh. Egg starts fucking sobbing.
These little teardrops like float away and mix in with the rest of the water.
We can't see it. It's water.
I'll turn to Rothamir and go, he really hasn't been around us much, has he? No, that I'm bullshitting him.
Egg is fucking devastated.
Egg, I'm fucking with you.
But you said you're a piece of
going in front of the guests. You're embarrassing us.
I'm just gonna look to Mago. The youth, you know.
Youths.
Youths.
Damn kids and you're under 100-year-olds.
Whether you can save my city or not.
So you want us to go down to the bottom of this trench to fight big bad scary dude with
Here's a crocodile with feathers.
You shouldn't have to fight a crocodile with feathers as long as his prison is not destroyed.
Well, fuck, it was sure going that direction.
Guess that means we need to hurry.
In that case, we need to create true Kraken Slick, the purest sort, and I need some ingredients.
That sounds like a German pasta dish. Pure Kraken Schlick.
What it sounds like is a fetch quest.
Yeah.
What do you need?
You said
Three
Kraken
things.
Slick, and I heard side quest.
I need 3 things. 3 of the heads of Tiamat.
Three things. Yes, I need one of the heads of Tiamat.
Truly.
Damn, we gotta go all the way back home for that.
A toenail from the largest demon you can find. And
the wand of Orcus.
Well, at the very least, 2 of those things are in Avernus.
Exactly.
All right. And a feather from the Raven Queen. No.
Jesus.
So I don't know where we need her.
So you're telling me that we gotta fight a bird?
And we also need one of the stones from the Castle Ravenloft.
Yes. Anyway. No, I need Kraken scales, Naiad tears, and the sundown seaweed. With those, I can combine them together to make the purest of Kraken Slick.
Okay, so pretend we're not from around here. Where might one go to find?
The Naiad.
Well, the Naiads are water spirits, and this is a city of watery creatures.
So we
How
just
often
need to
do
go
they
around.
cry? How often do they cry?
I don't know. Not often.
You got
Egg. I think you're going to be very helpful in that department.
Yes.
You have to tell a very sad tale. Egg pulls out the Book of Beans. Let me tell you a tale.
Once upon a time, my brother Beans.
Would you like to hear about my brother Beans?
It is possible that you could find some sundown seaweed, at the very least, in the Reginta's garden.
That's
Back at the
Regina.
castle, yes.
Regina Phalange, yeah.
But Deck,
Oh,
that's
the pomegranate lady.
Deck, I'm gonna leave that to you.
Got it.
Right. Now the Kraken scales.
They are often given away as prizes for various events.
Okay.
Oh, prizes
Well.
like this one, and Egg pulls out the shovel, the shovel thing.
The ore, yes.
Yeah,
The small ore.
yeah. The shovel thing.
Yes, the shovel thing.
Yeah,
I have
You're
to
not
keep
wrong.
reminding
It can definitely be used as a shovel.
yeah. Why
I have
not?
to keep reminding myself that is an OAR, not an ORE.
Yes.
By the way, do you know what
Yes,
this
like
is?
that.
Okay. I guess it's me and Rothamir's department is trying to find cracks, win some prizes.
Yay, prizes.
Maybe we shouldn't split up.
Let's not split up, but
Oh.
because I get the feeling that we might need how many of these Kraken scales do we need?
A simple handful will be sufficient.
Okay. It's kind of the same thing for the seaweed and the tears,
Yes.
Do you get a
Wait.
handful of tears?
or a vial full
Yeah.
of
A
tears
vial
at least.
of tears.
My camera
Yeah.
seems to have frozen.
How do you separate tears from water?
Like
I
this.
think about water
He starts
spirits.
crying again.
they have mystical powers.
Gotcha.
My camera frozen.
Yeah,
It is, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back.
you look like you're very focused.
Okay,
Whoa.
there you go.
He's returned.
I have returned.
So,
Nice.
taking on these fetch quests, you head off into the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Alright.
where's Syndril? Is he still wandering around this place? Or?
If you would like to take him with you, you can. Otherwise, he is lost to the mysteries of the interior of this conch shell.
We know where to find him.
Syndril,
Yes.
do you want to come with us to help get some Kraken scales?
No, but I will if you want. But these walls, and he just starts touching all of the scrolls.
I feel like we just gave an old man a pot brownie.
I
No, we just gave an old man his
Rope-
The
brother.
mysteries of the deeps, all inscribed in the stars.
I'm gonna look up Tamago. How is he taking it to this land walking version of himself?
He's like, I mean, I could put on some tea.
Well, how about we leave him to talk it out?
Yeah, let's just leave him here.
Yeah.
This guy's good with potions, so maybe he can help you.
Have fun with your beans, Central.
Let's say you, in the best way possible. You two do seem very similar.
All right. So, which thing are you gonna go hunt down first?
Kraken scales?
Oh,
Let's do the Kraken skills. Let's do it.
we go for the Kraken scales and keep our eyes peeled for some naiads so we can get some tears along the way.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna look for Kraken scales. All right. So as you are wandering around, looking for Kraken scales and events of a prize value that would warrant such a thing, you come across a scene. It looks like a seahorse race is about to begin. There are a lot of these are all younger individuals though, like junior, like teenager less. They're in the festival square.
My people.
The MC of this event is like, and we are the prize, a sack of Kraken scales. And everyone's like, oh, Kraken scales. And you, as you're kind of looking around, you notice that there's a young merfolk jockey over here who's arguing with one of the guards and race organizers. She doesn't look happy.
Try to listen in.
Yeah, it's a kind of slowly make our way over while listening a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, why won't you let me race? I've got a horse. I know what I'm doing. Me and my seahorse can run circles around everyone here. And they're like, look, lady, you don't have a crew. You don't have a trained, seahorse support crew, and them's the rules. All the juniors need a crew.
Egg pipes in.
And she's like, look, I have raised Buttercup since she was a foal, and we are registered, and I am competent, and my parents are not available. My dad was injured in the mine recently, and he can't be here to help. You're just gonna have to let me in. And they're like, no, ma'am, we can't let you in.
Egg's gonna pipe in. We're a trained seahorse race crew.
The little organizer over here looks over at you and goes, are you her trained crew?
Currently, we
Yes.
are unaffiliated.
She looks over at you guys like very hopefully, like,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And the other one is not buying this really. And he looks over. And goes, you look like you're all from above the waters. What do you know about seahorses?
They're in the sea and they're horses.
This won't go fast.
How are you at seahorse husbandry? Like, I don't understand.
I've
your
never married a horse.
I knew a guy that married a seahorse once.
I spend a lot of time working with animals of all sorts, including aquatic ones.
I'm
As a group,
Catasphere.
and I don't care which one you
What do you
roll,
think?
I am the demon.
I am a Catasphere.
Catasphere.
You know all of seahorses and other things of the like.
Is that? Oh, we're building demon lore now.
I don't know.
The demon lore of seahorses.
I gotta start writing this shit down. I'm gonna keep
Anyway,
track of my lives.
Yeah. You can either, as a group, I either need a wisdom animal handling or intelligence nature roll. I know the difficulty. We'll see how convincing you are with your truths and or lies.
Not
very convincing.
Come on, egg.
I took care of knights. I took care of horses as a squire. Oh,
Thank
the carry.
you, egg.
All right.
I
So
rode a
have
seahorse once.
I have a very
Pretty fucking
success,
sick.
some of a success, and 2 failures. Victor, as the one who rolled the closest to almost a success, if you tell me one plausible fact about giant seahorse husbandry, I will give it to you.
But the male seahorse is the one that carries the eggs.
That's just seahorse husbandry. I need giant seahorse husbandry.
Well, hey,
They're very large
hang on.
eggs.
It is technically the same thing because that is a fact about giant seahorse husbandry that happens to apply to all seahorse husbandry.
Is that something you want to bank on?
No.
Fuck. Seahorses are one of the fastest the fastest things in the sea, underneath barracudas.
Underneath barracudas?
Yeah. Out of space barracudas.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Can I please help him on that one?
How would you like to help?
I was going,
Just,
That's not helpful enough.
no, it's a very aggressive agreement. You better fucking believe it.
Do I get aid?
I would know. I've ridden seahorses and barracudas. That's my help. That's my contribution.
Okay. Sure. You can roll with advantage. Apparently getting 2 natural 20s, which is actually a 19. Which is still very successful.
All my luck for the rest of this game, guys.
You could not fail.
And they're like, "All right, well, get your seahorse ready and get on the starting line. We're gonna get started here in a bit." And they swim off to go do whatever.
Guys, how am I doing with the lying thing? The devil, the demon girl taught me.
The girl comes up and goes, "Hi, I'm Alna, and thanks for coming to my aid there. You guys are actually seahorse husbandry?"
Oh God, no.
No.
Is that what I'm? No.
No, I'm
Oh.
just getting better at lying.
What we are people who need some.
He's like, well, this is
Dragon
Buttercup.
scales.
She's the fastest seahorse there ever was.
Buttercup.
Oh, you're looking for dragon scales?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kraken.
well, that's the prize.
Kraken.
Or Kraken scales. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
prize.
We need at least a handful.
say,
and behind you, when you say that, you hear, yeah, that is the prize. And two very much larger merfolk-looking individuals, rough in appearance, kind of swim up. You can like the eddy of their tails kind of catches you off guard with the force of their tails in the water. And they're like, and you're gonna lose, right, Alna? Because we are not betting for you to win.
You dare to speak to a Catasphere's charge this way? Can I attempt to intimidate them?
Sure. They are not at all. They're like, the cosplay competition is over, Catfish.
Fuck you!
So, you got a crew. Your crew's gonna help you lose, right?
Why?
Why would we lose?
Cause there's no money in it if you win. Only
Okay,
broken bones.
But we don't want money.
Yours.
We're not looking for money.
We're not looking for you to get money either, because you're gonna lose.
Oh.
Nope. We're gonna win.
Well, then we have no reason to do what you say, other than like threats that you're gonna break our bones.
They're
We could
not
also-
threats. We will break your bones.
We could also tell the race manager that you're threatening us, like actively, with physical harm, and I'm
You
pretty
look
sure that's
around,
not
the race
allowed.
manager is no longer in the area. They are elsewhere being busy.
Well,
I'm
then we
just
can
gonna, I
we
just
can
wanna
also
size
just,
them
like,
up.
we can also just tell other people that like you were
Make
actively
a
threatening
insight
us.
roll. Rothamir, you think that just because they are bigger, they're using that to their advantage? Like they're like, we're used to bossing around smaller fish because we're bigger fish. You don't. You think that if you can appropriately intimidate them, they may back down. But you need like a good, like real hard intimidation that would kind of put the edge on two large fish creatures.
See, so you're saying that if we don't throw this race, you're going to come to attack us, correct? That's a
Yes,
very unfortunate
Very much
thing.
so.
That's a very unfortunate thing because we were heavily directed by the Regenta to not, cause any trouble. And you attacking us, we would have to upset her by causing trouble upon your bodies.
I would like to give you bardic inspiration, sir.
I'm gonna stand
Are you
behind.
doing-
him.
And at which point I'm going
to look more threatening.
I am attempting to, and I'm also going to gesture towards Victor.
I would like instead to give Victor bardic inspiration. Who's making the roll? Who?
Dex
I
gonna
don't-
pull out his lucky rabbit or his lucky human.
These creatures don't have legs.
Still gonna pull out his lucky human foot and start
This is
licking it.
it's like, this is a human foot. Ah!
It's gonna start
They're like-
licking it.
It's just weird.
I'm beating up large-sized bugs. I can beat up large-sized fish.
How are you looking more menacing before you try to make your intimidation?
Are you talking to me or to Victor?
Are we-
Either of you.
are we all
'cause
looking
obviously, as like fish things, words are probably not going to get the job done completely. Like they need a show.
I don't know. Is my cape still dripping? Is the cloak still like dripping blood? Like, is he,
Ooh.
Kinda, yeah.
yeah.
It is. As you travel through the water, the coat behind you leaves like a trail of blood.
Want to know how I got these scars?
This clover just gets sucked in the blood of the enemies. It'd be better if I still were in that bone full plate.
It would have been.
Yeah.
Deck's gonna hop up over Victor's shoulder and sort of sit on his shoulder and go, "You want to know what they call me? They call me the fish."
But you broke up. What was that?
And
The
Deck's
fish
gonna pop up and goes, "You know what they call me? They call me the fishmonger." And he's going to summon both of the blades, that spectral blue icy one, and the black blade with the red bind to it.
That's
And he's going to say,
threatening.
"You come for my bones, I come for your flesh."
He is good at flying.
Guess what, Deck? You get to make the intimidation roll,
Oh, wow.
but with advantage.
First one, and that's the second one.
All right. Well, good enough.
Egg's
12,
gonna pipe. Okay.
12 does meet the. They are not like the greatest of Marrow minions. So they see that and they're like, "Well, that's just disconcerting." Fine,
I'm
we're out.
uncomfortable.
We'll remember this. And they swim off.
I've eaten guppies bigger than those two. Were they supposed to be scary?
I thought so.
You were actually scared of them?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay. I have been looking at everybody in this city like I have. I've considered eating at least everybody at least once.
Alma looks over. Even me?
You know what? You're in the same boat as me. You're a little too cute for this world. You're good. You're all good. I'm rooting for you.
Okay. So you guys help her get situated, get the seahorse kind of under control. The race is going to start here a bit, and as she's kind of getting saddled up on it, you can tell very easily, Rothamir, that this girl is on the edge of a nerve breakdown from just excitement and stress of actually being here in this race.
I'm going to gently put a hand on her shoulder. Just breathe and relax. Casting guidance, mind you. You've got this. You and Buttercup will win this race. I have faith. You should have faith too.
So, does anyone have any charisma persuasion based words of acceptance that may help get her over this hump?
Egg is gonna approach her, hug her arm.
I'm not going to eat you.
He's gonna hug her arm because that's
unless you fail. Then I'm going.
Basically, the only thing he can get his arms around. Gonna hug her arm and start purring aggressively, and bardic.
All right. Do you have any words of wisdom? A persuasion check will be more required to kind of get her through this. All the extra bonuses are going to be great too, but right now she's kind of not sure of herself.
You're gonna do great. You said it yourself. Your seahorse is the fastest seahorse that ever did there was, and you're gonna kick some fins.
Believe it.
Ever did there was.
Believe in Buttercup.
Yep.
Believe in yourself.
All right, make a persuasion roll there, Egg.
Believe that I love you.
And believe that I love you.
Even the
But
me that
do you
believes
really?
in you.
I said believe it.
Believe in you.
Believe in the
it
me.
or not.
Why?
Believe in the
I
me.
mean,
that
that's still
believes in you.
17.
I know.
It's still a very respectable number.
I have a +9 bonus.
I know. That seems to perk her up. You can tell she's pumped and ready to race now. So you guys kind of stand back, watch at the starting bell. All the seahorses take off. It is a rousing race. A good 6-lap jaunt, And sure enough, Alma comes out on top. There is a
Yeah.
celebration.
Yay.
She is presented a trophy and a sack of Kraken scales. She's super excited. She rides back over to you on Buttercup, and she's like, "We did it! We won!"
Woohoo!
You knew you could do it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I love you.
Kraken scales, please.
She's like, "Yeah, I don't need these," and she tosses the whole bag. Hold on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now you also have that nice prestige of being the champion.
That's right. I'm gonna go drinking out of this later. And she,
What? There's only water around. I don't know how liquid works here.
Some things are heavier than water.
Mercury.
But anyway, having acquired some Kraken scales, where to next?
Towards the palace, looking for the naiads along the way.
All right.
Yeah.
As you head
Come
toward
here,
the palace,
naiads.
you make a perception check. See if you find a naiad along the way. A bunch of no's, maybe.
I rolled 20.
Deck, as you are wandering by into this, there's a section of town that looks like an open market bazaar, and there is a floating illusory ghost ship that kind of circles the area above.
Neat.
And everyone's all out dressed in various fineries and their demon costumes. And you hear a song that sounds familiar to you. It's actually from the Feywild.
Holy shit, you guys hear that?
No.
Dude, it's a song I used to sing all the time.
Is it good?
No. But it's like
It's
like
being
Baby Shark.
accompanying like a harp sound.
Do I sense the harp?
With your 10, yes.
I must perform. I'm gonna find that fucking harp.
So there is a bunch of merfolk around here, but one of them over here is the one playing the harp and singing the Feywild tune.
It's the Feywild Thornberries theme.
Yep. 100%. But yeah.
Shall we approach?
Yeah.
I will approach you.
Okay.
Approached.
Yay.
Yay.
All right.
We've approached.
Oh shit.
She finishes a song about loneliness and starting over. And as she finishes, she looks up and sees the four of you there, and kind of gives you a soft smile.
I'm Egg.
She says, "Hello, Egg. Welcome to the city. I am Luana."
Luana?
Luana.
Luana.
Yes.
Gotcha. Just want to make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Do you like my costume? And Egg does a spin.
I find it quite fanciful.
Thank you. It's a catosphere.
I don't know what that is, but I like it.
Thank you. Your song was very.
Very what?
What do you mean?
Very, very what?
Very.
You cut out there. Oh, great. Oh, okay.
No, it was very,
It's just very.
very.
She kind of like hangs on that for a moment. Rothamir, as you are as far as I can tell, only one in the party trained in Arcana.
Yeah.
Please make an Arcana roll. This
I changed the
merfolk,
dice.
or at least this individual who appears to be a merfolk, is actually a naiad in disguise.
Oh. It was, as our friend said, the music was very entertaining. Almost called to at least one of us. And I'm gonna kind of move a little bit closer
Uh-huh.
and just kind of whisper as if it was just floating here unannounced and unpresent except for those who are looking to hear it. I'll kind of say it towards her with a knowing glance.
A wink and a nudge.
Oh,
Kind of.
well, I sing songs from all over the multiverse.
Your harp is really pretty.
It is. It's made of like a coral and like pearl inlay.
I like it.
Why, thank you. She begins playing another song.
So, as she plays, I'm going to look over to Deck. Does this sound familiar to you?
Is it the same song as before, or is it a new song?
No, it's a different song. This one, let's see. Victor, you recognize this song. It's from your homeland.
Let's go. I guess tap my foot.
It is of a similar vein as the last one. It is the touchstones again are about loneliness and starting over. But the song continues for a few minutes and then kind of comes to a close again.
Could I try playing the song?
Are you a harpist?
I know how to play the harp.
What songs do you know?
I know some good jams.
Hold on a second, Egg. I'm gonna whisper into Egg's ear.
Which one?
One of the real ones.
Carry on.
Make it a sad one. If you know what I mean.
I've already got something in mind.
Good.
All right.
Egg is gonna crack his knuckles, and then he's gonna start strumming, possibly for his life.
And
he-
Kevin's Cats in the Cradle.
He tells the tale of a brilliant and adventurous feline who mastered the arcane and sought to go on a glorious journey to bring infamy to his name. And this feline, during a fantastic battle, was laid low by a terrifying beast, that which could only be described in nightmarish detail. And then the tune kind of switches up to a little something slightly more hopeful, but still kind of sad. And it tells the tale of this cat's brother seeking out this adventurous feline. And it does not yet tell of the brother learning of the cat's fate, but it ends on a very nostalgic and wistful note. That's kind of just like, he hasn't found him yet, but man, boy, I sure hope he do. Yep.
Okay. Make for me a performance roll.
Egg is also kind of crying, so.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck!
Fair. Not your best performance, but you're still workshopping this song. The Ballad of Beans.
The Ballad of Beans.
But you did roll high enough. And as your song kind of draws to a close, you rolled just high enough. And you can see her kind of reach up, and a tear kind of like forms, and she kind of like holds it in her hand, and kind of like almost like an oil almost. You can see it in the water differentiating, and she's like, "You put a lot of love into that song. I should know. I only cry for love."
Thank you. Do you want to meet my brother? And I start to pull out the book. So, this is Beans. He might be dead. I don't know. I'm trying to not make that be a thing. And like, I miss him.
Seems you do. Well, I hope that you can do whatever it takes to make it not be a thing.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, your tear might help his endeavor. Strange as it sounds. Apparently, tears of one of your kind are needed to allow us to get to some place that might be able to restore his brother.
My brother's a book that I can barely read.
That last part is sadly true.
So you need Naiad tears to help.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Well, your story was quite lovely and sad. I can oblige. Do you have a vessel?
Do I have one? We're gonna look for you guys.
We have a boat. We have a boat. It's very far away.
Pours out an oil flask.
No, hold on.
These are only tears now. This oil is like floating in the water. Like a bunch of fish swim through it and like die on the other end.
Thanks a lot, BP.
Hold on. I'm gonna look over to Deck. Do you have that empty flask from earlier?
Yeah, I would have kept it. Deck doesn't throw anything away. He'll whip it out, and then he'll think for a second, then he'll like shake it through the water, trying to get the current in there to wash it out, and then he'll like turn it upside down and be confused why it's not emptying, and then just hand it over.
It looks it looks pretty clean after it's been down here in the water long enough. You hand it to her. She pulls a stream of water out of her eye that is differentiated from the water around you, and kind of like directs it into the vial. While this is happening, around you, a couple of the other merfolk kind of take notice. And one of them calls out and goes, "It's Luana the Naiad! She's really here! The deception! And they all begin immediately, like, flocking.
I will interpose myself between them.
This causes some consternation as this crowd begins to kind of close in, and it's very much like a BTS concert, where all of a sudden you have to protect the VIP, as like all these merfolk are like shoving in, trying to get closer and closer to her. She's like, I need, oh no! And she like almost like drops the bottle, but she's like like clenching onto it for dear life, like as she's being like pushed through the crowd.
Yeah, we're going to try to. I'm at least with Victor on trying to help shield her from the people as best as possible.
I need from the group of the four of you an intimidation check to see if you can scare off the crowd.
Does physical violence help?
I mean, it's baked into the intimidation, if you wish. But
My
true
tail
physical violence will only attract trouble from the guard.
My tail puffs up.
One from Egg.
It's not great.
I
got no spirit demands!
The catch spear.
Blood sacrifice.
That was not quite enough. So the crowd immediately comes in. The harp lost in the crowd. The songbook also missing. But in order to get her to safety, I need either your choice of dexterity stealth or charisma deception to help sneak her out of the crowd. That is a 1, Deck.
No, that's a 10.
It's critical failures. Fuck.
I'm gonna take one of my many sets of cat ears and I'm gonna put it on her head.
She's catfish now.
+1 with disadvantage, -1 without advantage.
Well, statistically, the -1 without is your better roll.
Yeah.
And yes, the three of you, Rothamir, Egg, and Victor, manage to do just enough to get her out of the crowd and to safety.
It was the cat ears.
You kind of like head back into like a coral alley. You put on the cat ears, and like a whole crowd like swim, like a whole school of merfolk just swim by. Like, where'd she go? Where'd she go? And one of them like looks down the alley, looks right at her, and then keeps going.
Everybody knows that the cats can't play the harp. Every cat except this one.
So after the crowd goes by, I'm just gonna look. Some fans, if they don't recognize your music.
I was trying new work.
It's still wonderful.
I thank you for helping me get away.
I'm gonna need the cat ears back. That's essential to my costume.
She pulls them off and hands them to you. Also, I believe I owe you this vial of tears.
Oh, right.
I'd say assisting you is the least we can do for your health.
Thank you.
I'll take the vial and.
I hope you restore your brother someday.
Thank you. You know what? I didn't really say much about your music, but I said it was very very good.
She just kind of like pats you on the head between like some of the ears.
She has to like do hand yoga.
Yeah. He goes, I have to get back to my room so that I can prepare for my actual concert. But thank you.
Love you.
Thank you very much.
She
Good
kind
luck.
of swims off down the alley and then like turns the corner.
I love you.
Screams her name. I love you.
All right. So I guess all that is left is the sundown seaweed.
Yep.
Tanu.
Ugh.
All right. So you kind of head toward back to the palace area. There are a lot of various plants, but you do see a garden area that is blocked off by a golden gate and coral wall. Now, honestly, this is a 3D environment where you can swim over that wall very easily.
Just for show.
So there is a very meowy cat at my feet. You, what do you need? Being adorable? Being adorable.
Would not be a D&D
anyway,
session without a cat interrupting.
I know, right? Yeah, you could arguably swim over it, but looking inside, there seems to be a figure, bulky and round, with a trident that is going around and like poking at the plants on occasion, or just kind of like patrolling the area.
Do the plants in that area look like sundown seaweed?
You do not immediately see any. You would have to be able to get in there and investigate further.
Okay. I'd like to take a moment to watch to see if there's a pattern to how this person is, or how this being is moving throughout this section.
It's not a very large garden. Easily, I don't know, maybe a couple 100 feet square. And so he's just kind of like occasionally he'll sit down on he actually has legs, but he'll kind of like sit down on like a bench, like a stone bench, or for a couple minutes, or he'll go over and poke at some of the seaweed, or just kind of like make his rounds and then sit down and rest again.
I could distract him.
Yeah, I'm going to make the connection with all three of you because I'm level 5. I can do that now. For the next 1 hour.
Long
Right
enough.
away.
I'm gonna tell you guys, go to the other side of the garden. I'm gonna try to sneak in through this side, and I'll give you the all clear once I'm done. Just keep his attention, okay?
Got it.
Attention.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The catosphere hears you loud and clear.
Hey, I have the idea for a perfect distraction. Say there's a fire.
Nope.
Um,
Nope.
Looks at the water. Say that there is a fire.
I could make one, but I'm not about to
Garden
do
area?
that.
I feel like saying that there is a fire in an area where there is not a fire and explicitly causing a panic within a public populace is going to result in bad things and is possibly illegal to some degree in certain locations. We have no way of knowing exactly what the legality of that circumstance is within this particular context.
We're underwater. There's no fire. Stop that.
That too.
Just talk to him. Ask him for directions. I don't know. Just be creative. Keep his attention. I'll try to be quick.
Do you think I could get him to dance?
No, don't touch him. Don't ask him to turn around. Just keep talking to him so he's looking at you.
Okay.
Well, we'll think of something.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'll kind of.
Yeah, I'll sneak off around the side and hide while they go around the other side and start the conversation so I can sneak in.
Okay. You make a stealth roll, which should be great. In fact, it is. It's as if you weren't there.
29.
Who's Deck? Who?
Yeah, we don't know a deck.
Never seen this
met the
man
guy.
before in my life. Never seen
I
anybody.
don't even remember him.
I can't see.
Remember who?
But what about the rest of you? How are you getting the attention of this bulky figure?
Egg
Gonna
is
make
gonna
our
start
way towards
rubbing against
the
the gate.
gate. Yeah, kind of go to the gate.
Okay.
You're rubbing up against the gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just full like being obnoxious cat. I'm gonna start purring aggressively, just trying to indicate I want to be pet right now.
Egg being loud about it. You can't go in there. There's a gate. It's obviously closed for a reason. You tell him he can't go in, right?
I'm gonna meow.
The figure, its neck kind of stretches much longer than it should, and kind of like looks over. It's a turtle head, because this is a turtle, and he gets up from the bench with his little trident and almost like a walking stick, and moves over to the gate where you are, and goes, "Hello.
Hello, friend.
You should not be here."
I kept trying to tell him that, but he wanted inside. Do you like? You don't happen to have like underwater catnip or something, do you? No, I don't think that's.
I might.
But no, don't. We
I
just
grow
don't
many
want-
things in this garden.
Oh, really? Could you list off the things you grow in this garden?
I will not. It is
Oh.
not safe for tourists.
Why is it not safe?
Many things are grown here. Some more dangerous than others.
Egg is gonna start meowing loudly and interrupting everybody every sentence he takes, or every sentence that comes out.
Right?
Yep.
I keep telling no,
Meow.
Egg, no.
You have
Meow.
infiltrated the garden at this point. Very, very handily. The problem is you don't immediately know what sundown seaweed looks like.
He wouldn't have described it to us.
He says that it glows the color red during sundown.
And it's not sundown.
You are correct.
How much longer until sundown?
You're not really sure, as there isn't an actual sun. The light seems to be reflected off of like a multitude of stars, off of the palace.
Was there any...
I'm gonna, while I'm going, I'm gonna take my cloak off, and I'm gonna drape it over my head, over top of the plants as I'm walking along to try to shield them from whatever light's on the outside, so that only a tiny bit gets through, to see if maybe some of them glow red.
In the darkness? That's a great idea, and it works. So as you're kind of like, covering up the area, a patch of the seaweed begins to glow with a reddish hue under your feet.
I'm going to... We just need like a handful of it, right? Is that what he said?
That is what was said, yes.
Okay. So there's a whole patch of it. I'm going to take little bits scattered all around so it doesn't look like I just took a big clump of it, and attempt to get it as close to the bottom as I can, so that it's flush and hidden. Stick them in my pouch, put my cloak back on, and attempt to sneak back out the way I can.
As you go to grab one of the pieces and pull it out gently, it does not immediately pull free. And then the ground that it is attached to shifts as the sundown seaweed monster moves. And then this is where we switch to a combat roll.
Oh shit.
And guess what? The party has been separated
Only a little bit.
by a gate.
All right.
Heck, if you want to swap with me, I'm all for it.
Yes, please. I would like to swap with Rothamir.
Negligible.
All right. Deck, you are first.
So I'm in the process of picking the sundown
Yeah,
seed.
you tried to pick a piece and it didn't come out of the ground, and the ground it was attached to moved because you basically like tried to pull a fin off a creature.
Okay. So I've got it in my hand. Other hand, I'll summon the side blade and attempt to slice it off of the creature and still holding the other part in my hand.
Feel free to make an attack roll.
So first, target. Second, attack. 16 plus my sneak attack. So it's a total of 11 damage.
You come away with one frond in your hand.
I'll go ahead and tuck that in the pocket. Bonus action, disengage, and run 30 feet towards the fence in the direction that I can. And then my turn.
Rothamir, you see this.
I would have yelled in all of your ears, oh, fuck, big ass monster.
It becomes quite obvious as a entire patch of coral stops being coral and becomes some kind of like grass eel monster that is now looking like it's about to give chase to Deck.
Does our guard friend notice this happening yet?
On his turn, he might get around to that. He's very slow. He's a turtle.
I would like to meow over the noise.
Oh God. Actually, yeah, I'm going to attempt to cast Hold Person on this thing, and see if that works.
Hold person? Hold person shouldn't work. It's not a humanoid.
Hold monster.
Well,
You need a higher class of hold spell.
okay, so
Yeah.
it fails epically.
Yes.
I think that you would know that, though. You wouldn't.
Right,
You,
I would.
you would have known that, yes.
Okay, so I haven't used it then. Then I'm just going to hold an action here just because I want to see what's going on, if Deck has a plan, and to see whether or not this guard
So what is your
plan
action
first.
and what is its trigger?
Probably a guiding bolt if this thing goes to attack Deck.
Okay. Egg. You were going to be very distracting.
I wanted to ask how exactly how tough does this turtle look?
He looks very turtly. He's his legs and arms are his skin is tough and muscled, but also thin in places. And he has a long, skinny neck, and it all takes home in a large, round shell.
Okay.
He could be an old gardener or like a powerful, scrawny monk. You're not really sure.
I would like to try something, and
Okay.
I do have to ask: am I able to cast a spell without without doing the damage that the spell requires? That the
It
spell
depends.
entails?
What spell are you trying to cast?
I'm trying to cast color spray.
Color spray does not do damage.
It does do damage.
Well, sort of. Color spray requires that you roll hit points, and then you make that many hit points worth of creature blind.
Oh.
So it doesn't actually roll damage. It rolls a bunch of damage, and then you make that amount of hit points worth of targets blind, starting with the lowest and going up.
You're trying to just match their hit points. It does all the dice you're rolling is not damage.
Okay.
Right. It has a damage roll, but that is not what the roll is for.
Gotcha. All right.
It's for calculating what you can make blind.
Okay. It's worth a shot. Yeah. I'll cast it.
Okay. Remember to target him.
I didn't.
Try again, maybe?
Okay. Let me just spin that. Pew!
Wow.
He blind. He's very blind. So just a mass of colors, and he's like, my eyes!
It's just very loud.
That would almost blind me.
How long was he blinded for?
For a very
Never.
long time.
Forever.
No, it's blinded till the end of your next turn.
Yeah. Get out of here!
But he's very blind right now.
Quick, get him!
Speaking of, it's the Sundown Seaweed's turn, and it would like to give chase. So Rothamir, if you could,
Yeah, we are definitely going to do that now.
Everybody scram!
Everybody clap your hand.
And the guiding bolt misses.
that's
You didn't?
sad.
Did you have Bardic Inspiration? No, that was Victor, was it? I don't remember who you gave.
True,
That was
I-
all. That was all towards the seahorse rider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know who I was throwing that out towards, so I ended up giving one to the seahorse girl that I love.
Would you like to uncanny dodge one of those?
Oh, I did.
Okay, good.
So that's 11 damage halved, so I should get back 5.
Yes.
37.
But yeah, it slaps at you with all of its little kelp fronds. And then I'm blind, so I'm just gonna continue being like, I can't see anymore. And then it's Victor's turn.
I see that the egg Mongus is blind to this guy, or pepper sprayed this guy, right?
Very much so, yes.
I will quickly run. I'm gonna move as close as I can, but then I'll have to action surge to get the full range of my movement.
Okay, do so.
Alright. I'm gonna just try to run up and cut this guy, and then I'll try to swim away. I should probably target this thing.
It would help. Well, you miss.
I got one more.
That one less missing. That one did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You cut free a frond of the sundown seaweed.
Is that like how much?
Huh?
How much?
A single piece.
Okay.
How many pieces do you think we would need?
maybe like 3 or 4.
Gotcha. Challenge accepted.
Then I
Deck.
will. No, then I will try to swim into a bush if I can swim into a bush.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's going to try to attack you before you get too far away from it.
that's fine. That's fine. Oh,
One of these
wait
days,
for
I'm
it
going to
to
click on the right. I may have hacked it up. Hold on a second. There we go. Now I'm targeting the right thing.
Okay.
You know what? There's an easy way to do this. Hey, guess what? There's a grid now.
Yay!
Hey, there we go.
Excuse me as I go hide these bushes.
It does not hit you.
All right. I'm gonna do.
Deck, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 side blade attacks on this friendly creature here. First one likely misses offhand.
That's correct. That
Also
misses even
misses.
worse.
And then I'm going to swim 30 feet.
Well, I can't attack you because I already attacked Victor.
God.
Rothamir?
Out of actions.
We're just going to try to frostbite this.
The turtle?
No. The giant seaweed monster.
Oh.
Quick, hey, do it again.
I am not
you-
about to attack the turtle.
It succeeds on its saving throw.
Worth a shot.
That makes it Egg's turn.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
So I've decided that the narrative here is that Egg is sneezing like no tomorrow, and I'm
Glitter
gonna
just shoots out every time.
yeah, just gonna
Do
The
it.
curse of the Catosphere! Achoo!
hold up, gotta spin it again. Gonna
Oh, sorry. Here, let me. That should help.
yeah. There we go.
Oh,
He is blind again.
It started
He
with
doesn't have
white.
that many hit points.
It started with like silver glitter, and now it's like violet.
All right.
Keep on sneezing.
The sundown seaweed doesn't know where to go. Let me flip a coin real quick.
I hit it pretty hard. I just figured it'd come after me.
You did, but you're hard to hit. After trying to
Bastard.
swing at you, it realized you're hard to hit.
Yeah, I'll uncanny dodge that one. So that's 8. So I'll get back 4.
And then it rolled a 1 to hit you the second time. And now it is my blind turtle's turn. Giza the gardener cannot do anything. That makes it Victor's turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand right next to it. God, he's both. Can't do it. Well, come on. I was here, right?
Oh wait, yeah, it would have had to attack me, so I'd have been right next.
Yeah, what
Move
the?
this a little bit more so we don't not like right on the edge of the map.
Okay. And yeah, I'll have nothing else to do.
All right. Deck.
Yes. Obviously, attack number 1 it's sneak attack.
Yeah, that did hit. That's gonna do some damage.
So I
You
get,
cut free another frond. You now have 3 fronds.
and I'll make an offhand one.
Oh,
You crit.
killing
The
it.
the sea no, not even close. But the seaweed makes a angry hissing sound in the water as its leaves slash against itself, and it begins to flee. With the fronds that you've cut free are just floating in the water.
Quickly
As it
try to
attempts-
gather them up.
You have easily a handful of them.
And you'll hear in your ears, let's go now. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Turn monkeys.
We can end combat if you guys are not going to continue fighting. If you're just going to flee, that's fine.
Yeah.
I say we kill the turtle. I'm just kidding.
I was
Right.
about to say that's the plan, but no, I don't want to kill the turtle.
Egg,
Yeah,
right.
Egg tells you all to keep going.
He's
Egg
still
will
very
stay there.
blind. He's like, what's going on?
Egg tells you all to keep going and to leave, and Egg's just gonna stay there, still like rolling on the gate and purring.
The sundown seaweed goes back and lays on the ground and just kind of like resituates itself. You all can like round the corner to safety. Egg, you're just like sitting there, like eventually the turtle like wipes his eyes more and goes, looks around, does not see any fighting, looks down at you. Hello, costumed catfish.
Egg's just gonna meow and look expectantly at him.
He like reaches into a pouch and sprinkles like some kind of a plant matter into the water above you. It's starting to like drift down toward you.
I'm gonna sniff it.
It's very catnippy.
I'll lick a few bits up out of the water.
Okay.
Egg has now discovered a new condition known as high.
But eventually the catosphere kind of like floating rolls down.
He's not even actively like trying to rub against anything. He's just floating.
Maybe just kind of like reach out and like
Yeah,
grab it by the leg and just kind of pull it along.
I'm
Grab by
gonna
the tail,
guide
by
Egg.
the tail, and just kind of.
I'm going to gently guide Egg as best I can.
A demon balloon being drug along.
Like a child at the fair.
You guys have any Doritos?
This is a new feeling.
I need fish tacos.
Don't say that. She might know, or he might know a person named Fish Tacos.
I know, bro.
Who could say?
I know fish, and well, taco is a legend amongst my people. Everyone has heard of the Taco Cat.
Taco Cat Go Cheese Pizza.
What?
It's a card game.
Oh, right, I'm high. Oh.
I guess when you're high, you turn into Beavis and Butthead.
This is the face of somebody who totally knows what being high is like.
Mhm.
As you guys head back to the house of Mago, you notice that the door, the like driftwood door on the front has been partially smashed.
Not again.
No.
That looks
Yeah.
not great.
Sigil's going to be so traumatized by this.
It is a problem that he has had before with his house. Rushing kind of inside, there are signs that trouble has brewed, but has been put down. The merfolk deck you remember from the back room is currently being pinned to the ground by Mago and Cinderelle. The interior of this room looks almost like a cyclone has gone through it, and this merfolk is like frothing at the mouth, just babbling in tongues.
He's tweaking.
Nothing that any of us recognize, I'm assuming.
You make for me just make for me like a history roll, because he's talking like all kinds of like languages. It's hard to pick it out as you go. Yeah.
I've been in this dude's mind.
He seems to be repeating a lot of words.
You're stoned. It's cool.
In various languages. Rothamir, as you're kind of picking out, sometimes he says Elvish. Sometimes, Deck, you pick up like a hint of Goblin in there. But as you kind of piece it together, he just is repeating a chant over and over. My father comes, bearing in his wake the ocean of blood. By the power of the star, we break the barriers. Over and over and over. This is his mantra that he is repeating.
Okay, now I'm gonna cast Hold Person on this merfolk.
Very easily. You like immediately magic lock him down.
Oh, that's not a good chant.
I'm gonna get him some catnip.
As you kind of get settled, Mago looks up at you and goes, I don't know, it just, the fever took him, and we tried to stop him.
Nah, man.
You have the ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will get to work on this immediately. Unfortunately, in the struggle, one very important ingredient was too damaged.
What ingredient was
that?
that?
I had here in my house. The flakes of the purest glowstone.
Have I ever told you how much I love you, man?
No.
She's high.
Dude, I'm a he.
But I have good news. While I can work on this, you can take place in the Abysmal Grand Prix, the horse race, the seahorse race, the prize, the finest of glowstone.
But we did that.
That was the junior race.
We have to deal with adults. No, boy.
You can do the racing now. You can ride the horse.
Do we need a pit crew still?
Huh?
Do we need a pit crew still? Whatever. Yeah, the seahorse crew.
No. That was just because there were children involved.
Okay.
I've never even seen a horse.
How many? I take it you have a seahorse, or is it?
Yes, I've sent word to the castle. Some seahorses can be provided to you. I have a connection there in the stables.
That's very beneficial.
This dude makes connections with horses.
When does this race start?
Within the hour.
No, sorry.
Going up to Egg, placing a hand on him, casting Lesser Restoration.
Immediately, your high harshes.
Sorry to be a buzzkill. We gotta work.
Let me go back.
No.
After we slay the giant demon, you can get stoned again, okay?
Okay.
Trust me, Rothamir has all the good stuff.
Oh, he does?
Or I can find
So-
someone who might.
Immediately, you hasten to where the Abysmo Grand Prix is taking place. There are seahorses everywhere. There are merfolk everywhere. There are people lined up, gathering their seahorses, ready for the ride. A amount of seahorses given to you. By the way, this is a sub game we will get to play next week because it is now nearing the end of the adventure. But importantly, as you kind of saddle up on your seahorses, trying to figure out how this whole riding thing works, you look over and see a familiar cat face also riding a seahorse.
Oh, that asshole.
And he looks at you, surprised, as Captain Catapult stares upon his rivals.
Hi.
That cat bastard.
I so want to just
Hey,
stab this motherfucker.
I'm not a
Well-
bastard.
Maybe next week.
You told us about your parents. We know you're not a bastard.
Yeah. All that shit was lawful.
But yes, with the fate of the city in your hands, a race about to be raced, a rival surfaced from the sunken depths from
About to be
from
rivaled.
about to be re-rivaled. We will pick this race up in next week and see how it goes. See if you can officially win the race, make the Kraken slick, and journey deep into the trench to go save the city before the Demon Lord rises. But yeah, that should be it for the evening, I think. Also, Egg made a friend.
I made so many friends and I love them
So
all.
many friends.
I don't remember
Well,
which
in
friend
true
you're referring
tradition with
to.
this game, I don't know.
One of them.
So many friends. All the friends.
I got a rock star friend now. I got a jockey friend who's also a kid. I got a turtle who he's like my dealer now.
Here's nothing here.
This might be the place, man. This might be the spot. Oh, God.
Maybe.
Oh.
But anyway, so that's something we can all look forward to on the next week. But until then, thanks for watching us this evening, everyone. If you like what we do and would like there to be more of it, please, drop us a follow or a sub. If you are a Twitch Prime member, you have a free Prime sub laying around, and it's free for you to use and would really help us out. Otherwise, feel free to catch up with our past episodes of this and our other shows over on our YouTube channel, or come hang out with us on Discord, Twitter, while it is still around, Facebook, Instagram. All of those links are below. Tomorrow, do we have Tomb of Annihilation, Enos?
It's on the schedule.
There's a schedule for it. It is on the schedule.
Yep.
Okay. More, I believe, holiday adventures in the Tomb of Continuation, if I read the event over there correctly. But other than that, we will see you next Tuesday for more Star Chasers. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out with us and keep chasing the stars. See y'all later.